It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to kind of make a little video follow-up to Jaime Munguia in his fight this past weekend with Jimmy Kelly. Now, before I even get into Munguia, let me just give my tip of the cap and my respect to Jimmy Kelly, man. Jimmy Kelly, I know the fight. I know you guys stopped in 5 rounds, but man, Jimmy Kelly came out and he was determined. And you know, I know he fought on the day of his daughter's birthday, so that obviously, you know, added a little bit more fuel to the fire. And I gotta say, man, he was in his bag. He was deep in his bag of skills against Munguia, from the jab to the you know, manipulation of controlling his head with the lead hand, to the pivoting, to landing the double left hook. I mean, he fought a great fight. And, you know, a lot of guys, when they're a big underdog, they talk a good game, and they give you the politically correct lines, like, I'm going to go there and do this and do that. But this is a guy that, even when he was hurt against Munguia after the second knockdown, was still throwing big shots and landing. So very determined, very game challenger. Really, my respect for Jimmy Kelly has shot up the roof over the last couple months. He beat Kanat Islam, who was 29-0. I was at that fight. You know, good win for him. And he won 3, maybe 4 of the 5 rounds he boxed against Munguia. So shout out to Jimmy Kelly. But this video is about Munguia. I just want to give my respect to Jimmy Kelly, but this video is about Munguia, right? Because I gotta say, Munguia won the fight, and credit to him. Boxing's a results-based business in the eyes of people. You know, so you got to win. But you know, I think people are starting to see why, like, he won't fight certain guys now. After the fight was over, he started getting a little courageous. Mr. Munguia getting a little courageous now. All of a sudden, he feels like he can call people out. You know, which is funny because the guys that would fight him, that he was in position to fight, he'll never call out. But the guy that he knows will never will fight him, or he knows that the fight will never come together just due to differences in promotional companies, that's the guy he wants to call out. So let's get into it. So Jaime Munguia beats Jimmy Kelly, right? Scores 3 knockdowns in the 5th round, stops him, whatever. And then he said, I quote, I want to say what Oscar De La Hoya said for Charlo I want to say what Oscar De La Hoya said, and that is for Charlo to grow some balls and stop hiding behind Al Heyman. I think it'll be great for boxing. We hope by the end of the year that we can get a big fight. And you know what? Look, I like that fight. If we were in a perfect world where egos and pride didn't overtake the business and what's best for the fans and the sport, then I would say I'd be banging the drum for it. But I know that Heyman and Oscar have too much of a history to make that fight happen. And mind you, I really don't get why Munguia is calling that guy out, because that fight didn't come together the first time. It's not going to come together a second time, okay? There's 2 other guys in the weight class that if you call them out, I'm like 50 gajillion% sure they would oblige your call out and be on the phone within an hour to 24 hours to try to make a fight happen, all right? Those 2 guys are Janibek Demetrius, or I'll just say Janibek. I don't want to butcher his last name or try to say his name the way it's supposed to be said, because I butchered that too. Janibek and Demetrius Andrade. These are 2 guys that you could fight easily. You know, Janibek, and you were ordered to fight for the interim title. Your team declined or didn't answer the WBO, so they went and fought Denny Dignam, okay? So you didn't want no smoke there. And with Andrade, you've been the #1 contender for a long-ass time, WBO. And I've never once heard you call out Andrade's name. But the guy who doesn't want to fight anybody, the guy that was just spotted in the club chilling with Blueface on the week of what was supposed to be, you know, his fight over here with Blueface in the club, faded like a motherfucker, like just enjoying life, all right? That guy don't want to fight you. He don't want to fight anybody. And even if he did want to fight you, it's not going to happen anyway, because Al Heyman and PBC are not going to work with Oscar. It's just simple as that. So, you know, someone in Jaime's team needs to tell him that he's got his energy directed in the wrong way. He needs to be calling out Andrade and Janibek. Now, either A, he knows he can get those fights and he's not calling those guys out by design, or B, he just doesn't know. But it's clear to see, like, look, I'm not trying to disrespect Munguia, because the reality is all these, not just Munguia, but like I want to tell you guys something. Like all these guys I make videos about, and I mean all of them, even like the Canelos of the world. All these guys that I spend time talking about, whether it be good or bad or indifferent, I'm a fan of all these guys because I'm a fan of boxing. Okay, I like Munguia. I like watching him fight. I think he's fun to watch. I really don't think it matters if he wins or loses because he's the kind of fighter that people are going to tune in to watch fight any damn way because he's fun to watch. So with that being said, I don't understand why. I mean, I understand. I'm not gonna say I don't. I actually do understand why Golden Boy Promotions has training wheels on Jaime Munguia, because when you watch the Jimmy Kelly fight, you see it's clear as day why they had training wheels on him. I mean, Jimmy Kelly, I saw his fight against Canelo Islam, and he didn't box anywhere close to that good against Canelo Islam. Like, he boxed well enough to win, but not like that. I mean, I was saying though, he was a whole different fighter when he fought Munguia, and we saw him in spots, push Munguia back, just really show that Munguia, while he's a very highly ranked fighter, is still lacking in a lot of departments, So I just really think, look, at some point in time, look, you can only use the excuse that Munguia is 25 years old for so long because, Munguia's 25, right? But he's got like 39 or 40 fights in the professional ranks. So he may be young as far as age is concerned, but he's not young as far as boxing experience is concerned. So, look, people are getting sick of him. I think Golden Boy is trying to create this like new Canelo. And look, you guys know I'm not the biggest Canelo fan, and that's putting it lightly. But this guy, Canelo, he is not. Okay, because by this time in Canelo's career, Canelo was already fighting guys like Floyd and Trout and like real top guys, really going out there and doing his best, putting his best foot forward to prove his worth in the sport and push his career forward. We can't say the same for Munguia because we look at his last couple of fights. He fought Jimmy Kelly, who wasn't very highly rated coming in. He fought Demetrius Ballard, another guy who wasn't highly rated coming in. The scary Spike O'Sullivans, guys like this Toriano Johnson, these second, third, fourth tier contenders, cannon fodder opposition that really, unless you're a boxing nerd like myself, the general public doesn't know who these guys are. So I think Munguia needs that signature fight. And I'm very confused and I'm very pissed off as to like why he's calling out Charlo when everyone knows that fight's never gonna happen. Like, bro, call out Andrade. Call out, Janibek, and let's see what happens there. Because I have a funny little feeling in my stomach that if he called them guys out, they would answer very quickly. Because after showing like that against Jimmy Kelly, these guys must be licking their chops and praying that one day Golden Boy and Janibek Promotions and Miguel Beltran and Oscar and Eric Gomez and all parties involved, along with Munguia and Eric Morales and his team, grow some balls and fight. Someone with a big name or who's a champion, So I'm gonna leave it at that. Jaime Munguia, credit to him. I give him more credit than most because Jimmy Kelly was a very determined fighter in this particular fight. He fought way out of his skin in this fight, in my opinion. I thought he fought above what I've seen so far from him in his career. And for Munguia to not get frustrated, stay calm, and get the knockout, the stoppage victory in the 5th round, I give him some credit for that. Okay, I'm not throwing salt on his win. I'm not trying to demean Kelly or nothing like that. I'm giving him his due. He's improved. Eric Morales has him fighting in a much more mature, calm fashion, so he gets credit for that. But now that he's shown that time and time again, step the hell up. Like, step the hell up or get the fuck up out of the sport. Step up or get out of boxing. Because if you're not in this to show that you can be the best version of yourself going forward, then why are you boxing? Why are you boxing? Are you just gonna use the fact that you're Mexican and you sell tickets as a crutch to not fight these guys, or are you gonna grow some balls and start calling out the guys that would fight you? Not Charlo, because Charlo's he's busy in the club fucking partying with trash ass rappers like Blueface. Okay, I'm talking about you call out Andrade, you call out Janibek. These guys that you've been in a position to fight at one point or another, and for whatever reason, your team and you have shown no interest in fighting. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys take care. Make sure you smash the like button. Take the time to subscribe because we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.